We're out here with the meat chicks. I got them all fed this morning and we just got them all moved. You can see the spot they were in versus where they are now. And what we did today, these guys are just 2 days short of being 3 weeks old. Today we got all the feeders up off of the ground now. They're all hanging on the sides. And we're moving the stock tanks back to this back end. I'm not sure how much longer they're gonna need them. They're getting their feathers, but they're not quite fully feathered, so we want to allow them the stock tanks. That way if the ground gets wet and if they get cold at night, they can go in there and get a little bit warmer. So we're gonna move them back just to allow them more exercise between where they like to lay and the feeder and the waterers, to give them more exercise. Yesterday we removed out the middle divider and allowed them to have the full mobile coop, and they're really loving that. But I'm gonna get these lights moved and we're gonna get them closed back up and on with our day. I've got beans I gotta get done today. I wanna get another thing of potatoes into the canner. We pulled our last row of potatoes last night. But we are still worried with those low temperatures at night because they're still young. They're not 3 weeks yet and they're not fully feathered. So we're gonna keep the lights on and the tanks in until they are fully feathered. Once they're fully feathered, we'll be able to remove the tanks and the light. We got rid of the bucket, the 5-gallon bucket from last year, and we did pick up a tank. It holds 15 gallon. We normally keep it about halfway, that way they keep fresh water. Another day in the life, guys. We've got so many potatoes that need canned. We still have a row that we need to pull out. Once we get these in, we'll figure out what the rest of the day looks like. I'm hoping we'll get the rest of the row of potatoes out. We're still waiting on the carrots and the onions to finish in the garden. We got the corn done last week. I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of beans that need picked and froze. Right now, we're going to can some potatoes. You like the cantaloupe? Canner holds 8. Lots of potatoes that need to go into jars. But at least we're doing it this year because last year we didn't. put the ring on. This is the last jar I've got. Oh man, it's gonna be so close. I got salt everywhere. Oh, that's what I have. I need one more small potato. Dang it.
My voice was even acknowledged. Mark in Castleton, Vermont.
Yep. There we go.
Charming place. Up where the family was.
It's a really beautiful day. The sun's hot, but the wind is nice. Wild. Alright, there's our last jar. Locked. Loaded. Because once that batch is done, I'm going to get another batch in. So I'll get at least 2, maybe even 3 cans of potatoes done today. Uh-oh. He loves Ducky. He loves Ducky. Oh my gosh, get down. I know you like her, but you guys, get out of here. No. Oh my gosh. He loves Ducky. This is their first day free ranging now that he's realized that he can go get her. Apparently he's doing that. Well, it's been a little bit. I was in cleaning my office and the plug for the canner came unplugged. And so obviously the canner shut off and I ruined an entire batch of potatoes. Here we go again. Really PO that I ruined that batch of potatoes. But accidents happen and things hardly ever go the way you want it to, so it is what it is. I'm gonna be mad for a little bit until I get these in the canner. But I'm going to continue on with my day. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. What a waste of time and potatoes. Now I gotta do it again. And I'm not happy about it. And we'll see what we get into the rest of the day. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. You're not allowed up here. Get down. I forgot to get my jars started warming. I'm sure it's just me, but this thing seems like it's taken so freaking long, like longer than it normally does, to get these jars warm. It doesn't take this long any other time. Jason went over and got the chickens a watermelon from the garden. They're really enjoying it. It's their little one's first time out free range and they're doing really good. They're sticking close to the coop, but they're really liking it. I think we're probably going to try to integrate them into the big coop here within the next couple weeks. How you doing, guys? Oh, it's finally ready, guys. All right, I'm gonna get the second canner filled, try this again, and then we can move along with our day now that it's almost over. All right, let's do this. That's my last jar. I had to peel a few more potatoes, but that's it. I know this might not seem like a lot, but when something goes wrong like this, not only can you lose that food, but canning is so time consuming. It takes so much of your time, hours spent, you know, prepping and doing this. So for it to go wrong, it can be pretty defeating and frustrating, but it happens sometimes. So, you know, it is what it is. Do what you can and move on. So there's the last can, putting it in here now. And now I just need to make sure I check back in on this I need to make sure I put the regulator on once it's up to pressure. So we need to go to the garden and reinforce the fence because the buck is getting in again.
Chewed right through the rope.
It's happened before and he ate all the tops off. We rigged it up so he couldn't get in, and that he got in after that. And so we tried to rope it off again yesterday, but it didn't work. He went right through it.
We're not going to have any carrots this year. None.
Yeah, I'm really worried. I'm hoping
I don't think we're going to get any.
we could let him go a couple of months and actually get some carrots. But yeah, that's what I'm worried about too.
I think if they were able to rebound this last time, we would have gotten some. I think it's too late now for the tops to grow back and the carrots to continue growing.
Yeah. I haven't been over there yet.
Fuck that deer.
I really can't believe we have a buck jumping the fence.
Well, I don't know if you can.
We caught it on camera. Oh, that's a different one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Before it was a buck. Oh, you butthole. Got the rest of our potatoes pulled out. Oh my gosh, he took half the tops off of these. Look at that. Oh, I had high hopes yesterday. They were all so full. He jumped right over it, huh? Alright, so the plan is we're going to take all of this down. All of it, right? Clear over.
Yeah, I'd get rid of all of it.
Okay. Jason's got a roll of barbed wire we're gonna run over for the top. And if that doesn't work, I don't know what will. No, the rope worked for
The rope worked. Yeah, the rope worked. Gloves, glasses, everything. One of them barbs in your eyeball, you're done. One post up here, one post up there, and we just run the barbed wire in between that.
This mess out of here. I have to put so many knots in it.
You do something, you do it right.
Overkill.
Hell yeah.
Got it. See, this back fence is a lot lower than the rest of this.
Yeah, the rest of it's 5 foot fence.
What, at least a foot, 8 foot and a half?
It's the main fence is 5 foot, everything else is 4 foot.
And this lower half goes from there over to this back corner where this post is at.
There's a big tree that fell over here. If Rich wouldn't have moved his tree stand, it would have went right through it.
Oh man.
But it was a dead standing tree and it's probably 50 foot. I need to get over there and get it cut up and stored because it can go straight to firewood. Yeah.
He's gonna start on the last post. I need to go check the canner. The other day when we started this, we come over to the garden and we forgot to listen for when it beeped to put on the pressure regulator. And we had to start in the middle, so we don't want that happening again. All kinds of Homestead learning lessons here lately. The Homestead is a classroom though. You know, it's the best education you can get. Oh my gosh, good thing I come over here. Hear it beeping? Good thing. All right. Says put regulator on. All right. Good. Press play. Now it's canning. Canner's good. We no longer have to worry about that. Beans are waiting for us. Gonna get those snapped and I can never think of the word. Vacuum seal bags in the freezer once we're done over here fixing the fence. You were just saying about how you should have gloves. Or were you just talking to me and excluding yourself?
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, there's the first. And then you just gotta go around and just kind of bend it until you get it sitting where you want it. Now we do the next. I think that'll hold, believe it or not.
Okay. Good job, babe. There we go. Fence is done. Hopefully that'll keep the deer out so we can try and have a carrot harvest. Look at this grass. I love this grass. It's so pretty. I want to show you my flowers back here. Look how pretty those are. Pink with the purple. This is like a deep, what would you call that? Magenta. So pretty, aren't they? I just found candela in the wildflower mix we got last year and I just fell in love with it. I think it's so pretty. I get some of these flowers cut to get in my vases. Do you need help, babe? How do you know when squash is done? I'm just really worried about those carrots. I'm gonna be really upset if we don't get any carrots. I know, it makes me sad because we were doing so good had we not had that deer come and eat the tops off of them. When we pulled one a couple weeks ago, there wasn't anything to it. Well, that was good timing.